The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
And speaking of always growing, we quite literally are constantly growing.
I'm performing a miracle at this very moment.
Bringing new life into the world.
We should be thanked more. Is Cody thanking you enough?
He always could be thanking me more.
Yeah, I agree. I could always be doted on more.
I really don't complain that much, but I will let Cody know.
Yes.
Always what's going on. Exactly.
I don't complain unless I can get something out of it.
Right. What's the point of
so
complaining?
Manipulative. But it's like, unless like,
I thought that's what complaining was for.
Well, it's like my boyfriend wanted to like go walk on the beach last night, and I was like, I'm pregnant. That's hard. I can't do that. He was like, you have been doing all of these other things, and I'm like, well, that one sounds hard. That one, I just don't want to do it. Really, I'm like, right. I just am tired. I can't, my back and my feet, and I can't do it.
Right.
And he's like, you did something way harder like an hour ago. And I was like,
No, I mean, Cody and I were walking through the airport like a few days ago.
You can't do that anymore.
I mean, the whole time was just, like just groaning, grunting, involuntarily.
Everything has a noise with it.
100%. Yeah. Cody's like, finally was like, are you okay? Like, you are just like making so many noises. And I'm like, so I'm just supposed to float through the airport?
Oh, so now it's not supposed to be an inconvenience that I have this on my
body?
body?
As a feather. Sorry, I didn't. Did my noises affect? Like, I was just full bitch mode. Like, instead of just being like, sorry, I'm a little uncomfortable, it was like, do you not realize I'm carrying your child?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I always love to drop the length of time. Oh, so I'm 8 months pregnant and you want me to, so now that I'm 8 months pregnant, you don't think that I'm a little bit tired?
Right.
Oh, now that I'm but I used to do it and I always round up. I'm always like when I was newly pregnant, I'm like, I'm 4.5 months pregnant and you want me to do that?
Totally.
You want me to go sit outside in the hot weather? I'm 5 months pregnant.
Right.
I was 12 weeks.
You're not telling anyone yet.
No.
Yeah. I also like, my best friend was telling me, she was like, because I was like, I was crying first trimester because I forgot a specific hairbrush when we went on a trip.
Obviously.
Which like normally I would just be like, okay, oh well, like that's fine. This time it actually snowballed into like, how am I supposed to be a mom if I can't bring the hairbrush that I need?
Oh yeah.
I was a mess.
Yes.
And she, luckily my best friend was there and she was also pregnant.
Yeah.
And she was like, because I'm like, I'm sorry, I know what I'm doing right now is insane.
Yeah.
And she was like, did you know that like the first trimester, you don't see any changes in your body, but like you are actually creating the entire baby. The rest of the time, it's just like getting bigger and growing.
And it is the biggest hormonal change of your life.
Exactly. Yeah. So the minute she told me that, everything that I was doing, I said was to Cody, like, did you know that I'm growing in the first trimester? I'm making this whole baby.
Yes.
Because I was like up and down, insane.
My emotions were definitely more up and down the first I cried a lot.
Me too.
I sent my best friend a snap every time I cried over something ridiculous. Now she has a whole album of everything ridiculous I've cried over. I mean, Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog like did me in.
What is that?
Someday we'll find it. The Rainbow Connection.
Oh, that sounds emotional.
The lovers, the dreamers, and me. That made me cry. I mean, any montage. I saw a montage of John McCain that made me cry.
Oh my God.
Like literally.
You were going through it.
I was really going through it.
As was I, but I feel like my crying, yours sound like so much more sentimental.
There were also ones that I'll never admit that I cried over.
Okay, I'll give you one.
Tell me.
My family doesn't let me live this one down.
Tell me.
So we went, it was just a Sunday. My parents and my brother came over to like hang out on a Sunday. And I was going through it. Like, I think I had to like come in and record on Monday, which is, my job.
Yes.
As one does, I had to go to my job on Monday.
Yes.
And for some reason, I was like just a mess over like the fact that I would have to wake up and go to work. And I was not doing well. And so we go to the grocery store. We get some snacks and stuff. And I'm like, all I want. And I'm in the first trimester.
Yes.
Nothing really sounds good to me. So I'm picking things out that like I actually want to eat. I'm excited to eat these things. It's rare.
Yes.
One of them was hint of lime tortilla chips.
Love.
So we get home. I obviously have a breakdown when we get home from the grocery store.
Obviously.
Just like kind of crying. And my mom says, why don't you take a nap? Go take a nap. We're going to be here when you wake up. Just go take a nap, sleep for an hour, come back. You'll feel so much better. I said, okay. I came out and I said, okay, where are the chips? They had eaten the entire bag of Tostitos, hint of lime, Cody, my parents, and my brother. And I looked at everyone and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, was like fully screaming. They're all sitting on the couch. I'm standing in the living room. Like, how dare you? Full on losing my mind at my family who's looking at me like I have like 8 eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you knew these were the only thing I wanted. Like, still, now my dad brings over hint of lime every time he comes over.
I have to say, like, I'm waiting for the part where it seems too dramatic.
I don't hear the end of it. But I'm like, when they make fun of me, then all of a sudden I get really mad again.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh, well, your pregnant daughter.
Yeah.
Your pregnant sister, your pregnant
sorry,
wife.
I was starving.
You guys needed to eat an entire bag of chips. You guys needed to do that. And we didn't get anything else at the grocery store you could have maybe dabbled in.
If anybody's being dramatic, I think it's consuming an entire bag of chips in a
between 5 of them.
Between a nap, between the time frame of a nap. That seems like that's their fault.
It was.
No, I think you're completely justified.
Thank you.
I genuinely see nothing wrong with it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I wish that I feel like my second trimester, I was pretty leveled out.
Same.
I was like cool, pregnant girlfriend, like vibing, good mood,
yes,
working out every day. My third trimester, however, the emotions have ramped up quite a bit. So I had a 3D ultrasound and they couldn't get, she's a mover. She's a mover and a shaker.
Yeah, so is he.
She's going crazy. Her arm is always in her face. Her foot is always in the way of the camera, whatever.
Right.
And they just couldn't get a really good picture. And so the ones that I got were a little bit blurry. And I was like kind of on the edge about it. Like I was like really, really, really sad because I'm like 30 weeks and I really wanted to see her.
Right,
and I was so excited. And then I showed one of my friends and she said, she looks just like Gray. My boyfriend, she looks just like Gray. I lost it.
Yeah.
Because I just want her to look like me. And I realize how this sounds because she will be the most gorgeous, beautiful, perfect specimen
100%.
ever. But as a girl, I was like, I want her to have my face. I don't know.
And also like you're carrying... You've put in some serious work.
I've put in the hours. And again, it will not change any way I feel about her.
Absolutely
it's just a little thing. Like I'm like, I would love it if we looked alike. And so she looked, and I was beside myself.
Yeah.
For many hours.
That's understandable.
Like I was like, I don't want to. I said it to Gray too. Poor guy. He's like probably like, why don't you want her to look like me? Like, and then finally at the end, I was like, but I think you're really cute, and I think she's really cute. I just thought that, and it's like her 3D ultra. She doesn't like it's the most unclear picture of her.
Totally.
Anyway, but I was just things like that. Like now it's things about her that get me really emotional.
Okay.
You know, like I think the rug in her room is too small, and she's gonna hate it.
Okay.
And like
she won't notice.
And like she's gonna be mad, and like she's like, and I didn't do a good enough job preparing her room.
Is her room ready?
Not a chance.
Okay.
No, her rug's there.
The rug is there and it is small.
Do you miss drinking since you've been pregnant?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
I'm excited to drink again.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I also don't mind like being sober.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't mind being sober at all. I don't really miss it. I weirdly crave. I've never been a beer drinker. My boyfriend's a big beer drinker.
Okay.
And I crave beer. Like I like to smell, like whenever he gets a beer, I'm like,
well, have you had like any non-alcoholic beer?
Yeah, it doesn't hit the way I want it to.
It hits for me. I think it's a little bit of placebo effect.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I really only had one like a few months ago. I need to try more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do miss like I want to cook dinner with a glass of wine.
That's what I was just gonna say.
That's all I really want to do.
Yeah.
I don't miss like getting drunk. I don't miss like going like whatever. I also started drinking very late in life.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, I didn't start drinking until I was like 25, 26.
Okay.
Until I left the church, the Mormon church.
Right.
And so so it was never really like a huge thing for me, but I do miss like getting loose and cooking pasta.
Yes.
Like that's what I miss.
Or like a Sunday afternoon, like glass of rosé.
Yes. Yes.
You know, that kind of thing.
A girls' night with a cocktail.
Exactly.
Like all of that sounds really fun to me.
Yes.
I don't think I actively am like jonesing for a cocktail. I haven't really given up anything besides alcohol.
Right.
And weed. Like
right.
I eat sushi, I eat turkey sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like But like I crave like a Jimmy John's or a Jersey Mike's turkey sandwich like quite often.
Okay.
And I always eat it with chips. And like I literally like will eat a handful of chips. I'll like wait for the flare and then I'll like put more in. And then I'll wait for the flare and then I put more. Like I'm like, I know this is not helping.
Yeah.
But I must
But
shovel.
like I need something to make me happy.
Yeah. Like I mean, we're like we said, pregnancy is going well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use every excuse in the book. Like I need to be doing these things. So, but yeah, I eat, I mean, I don't eat a lot of sushi, but like I'll eat sushi. I like stuff like that. So
yeah.
But yeah, turkey. I'm like, listen, if I get listeria, all you bitches out there can tell me you told me so, but
it's true.
But I will be eating.
I've tried to like not.
Yeah.
But we went to Italy.
Oh yeah.
We went to Italy for a wedding.
Okay.
And we like kind of added
Where did you get married? Here?
Palm Springs area.
Okay. Yeah.
We added in like a little baby moon because we were like, we're already going out there. Like, let's just add a couple days in before the wedding. And at the wedding, like there was a specific menu.
Yeah.
And I was starving.
Yes.
And it was in that moment where I was like, I'll be fine.
You will be okay.
Yeah.
Well, especially there. Like, I'm sure everything there is like way better
it's like real.
quality. Yeah, it's like real meat and cheese.
Right.
What was your main worry on was it the seafood?
It was the meats.
Oh, the meats. Okay, yeah. The
seafood,
cured meats?
Yes.
Yeah.
But seafood it's like a lot of the stuff is to just avoid getting
mercury
food poisoning.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the turkey and all of that.
Yes.
It's just so you don't get sick.
It's so you don't get sick. And I think that the mercury is a concern.
That one is a concern. And that the only fish that I like you shouldn't have is kind of like swordfish. And like certain, Yes. And I didn't know this, but like everybody's at equal risk for mercury poisoning. Yeah.
Like our risk doesn't increase with pregnancy. They're just it's more of a concern. It's more of a concern.
Yeah.
But like we should all be worried about our mercury consumption, whether you're pregnant or not.
Right.
So yeah, like I don't eat a ton of seafood, but I just am like, I eat what sounds good and I eat what's going to make me feel better and I eat like what's healthy. Well, what's as healthy as I can.
Right.
Because like, I mean, I'll worry about it after.
It's also just like you have to make sure that you're eating enough for like to
sustain life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you got to eat what you got to eat.
Yeah.
We were talking about weird cravings that are not food. And I have not had any.
But I would like to chew on slime.
Yes, and wood.
That
one like makes me.
That one's making your like butthole like clench. Yeah. I was saying that we walked into Home Depot the other day and I was like having a bad attitude about going to Home Depot. And then the moment I walked in, I was just, it's like, wait, like,
it was like Willy Wonka's candy shop.
Literally. Or like walking into like your mom's house when she like made cookies and you're just like, when can I eat them? Like when, like I walked in and I was like, when can I just munch on a wood plank?
Oh my God. Like, maybe I should go into maybe it's just because I haven't been into a Home Depot.
Well, somebody showed me like some Trader Joe's like snack, like it's like pizza crisp bread. And somebody opened it, or somebody was doing like a review on TikTok and they said, yeah, I opened it, kind of smelled like Home Depot. And I was like, I need those.
Get those.
I need those.
Yeah, you do.
They said that they're giving wood shavings. So I was like, perfect.
That's exactly what you need.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. And yeah, the slime thing, my slime craving has gone down, but like just the physical sensation of slime is what I craved.
Yeah.
And like this, like some of them are saying, those slime companies, I'm like,
they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. And I'm like, why did I not start doing this in 2020? Because they all started like mid lockdown.
Right.
And I'm like, why? I miss my calling as like a slime creator.